Roster changes for tonight?
Andy's in nets. Obviously, Cease is out, so Harper's in. And Zinger is out, and White is in.
Colin White makes his NHL debut tonight.
Yes.
Likely, from what we saw in the morning skate, I'm going to put him with Chris Kelly and Tommy Wingles?
Yeah, but you know what? The lines will change. I mean, with power play and PK, the idea is first, I want to see him. He did very well in the American League. He's a high-end player, and we'll see if he can help us. At the same time as, he can play center, and he can play wing, and that's versatility I think we need to have. I needed to make a choice on who was going to be out, and I chose to keep our penalty kill guys and bring a guy that can play center and win faceoffs on the right, as a right-hander. You got Kells as a left-hander there, who can win faceoffs, and White, so they might play together, but he's probably going to be going to different places tonight, like most of the guys.
What's the prognosis for CC?
Oh, you know what? Let's be honest here. Cease, Smith, I thought won't be back for the season. I mean, it's highly unlikely that any of those three will be back before the end of the season.
Regular season.
Yeah.
Any update on Eric?
It's day to day. So up to now, I haven't had any changes. If there is, I guess they'll let me know. But right now, it's. I know he was on the ice, I think, today, and I haven't got any information back yet. So.
Just, what do you expect from them tonight?
From them?
Yeah, I mean they're.
You know what? I think it's about us, what we want to do. I think the last 4 games we've lost, but we've been very good in the first periods. Whether we go back to Montreal, we had a great first period. The chances are 8-1 for us, and the last game it was 6-1 for us in Winnipeg, and same thing in Minnesota, and same thing before that in Philly, and it's just we just got a little looser in the second period, trying to get that extra goal or catch up or being ahead and wanted to get that extra third goal, and we just want to make sure that we're tight for 60 minutes. In the last games we won, it was against Pittsburgh, and obviously we didn't have the same lineup. Let's not kid ourselves. All our guys were there. Meth was there, and it was the same with Boston. But the thing that was present in both of these games is that when we got to the third period, the last 12 minutes, we gave nothing to the opponent. And now that's what's been different than the last games, whether it's Mini, whether it's the last game against Winnipeg. When I watch the video, we're there, but we get a little looser because we're thinking we got to go get that extra goal, and that's never served us. So we got to make sure we have the same tightness as we have in the first period defensively for 60 minutes, because this is a good offensive team here. That's a team that has the defensemen permutating in the offensive zone. They got guys stretching out. They got a lot of guys who have a lot of piss and vinegar, and they're hard to play against. And they're home, and there's not a lot of games left here, and I'm sure they want to give a good show to their fans. So that's their motivation, and we have ours.
What do you tell a kid who's making his debut at this juncture of the season? What's your advice to him?
Keep it simple. Don't try to impress us. I mean, this is not the time to come and impress. This is time to win games. So he's here because he's proven that in the American League he was able to adapt, and we're thinking that he's able to adapt. But at the same time, I'm not going to try to expose him and put him with our top players having to play the big minutes against the other team's top players either. I think we're going to be smart and slowly get him in there and see what he can do and see what he can manage. And if we can see that he can manage more than we're expecting, then he's going to get more. I mean, at this time of the year, it's all about deserving, and in the end, we want the win. So, I mean, if he's playing better than some other guys, he'll play more. If it's a little tougher for him, he'll just play less. But it's important. I think we know what we got.
Does it dropped off a little bit?
No, he's had a great season. His last game was a little tougher. The previous game also a little bit in some respects, and it's normal. It's his first NHL full season, and I've been saying it since the beginning. He's had to cover for basically MacArthur the entire year, missing on the top 2 lines, and it's tough for your first year in the NHL to be consistent and with all the pressure. So just a little breather now. I think we'll give him some energy back, and I'm sure he'll come back the next game and play terrific for us. He's been great all year for us. It's these are moments right now where experience matters, where little mistakes have a big repercussions, and sometimes and we've been playing every second day, and it's a tough schedule. So I think just giving him a little break will bring some freshness back in his game.